Hello Cloudy Crew, you've just got me pondering what 2021 could bring us as it has just begun. 2020 was a big year for cloud gaming as it established cloud gaming as a real way to play games going forward. Despite that, there are some things I would like to see. This week I look at what I'd like to see happen or improve in cloud gaming in 2021. What possibly could go wrong with me doing this? Like them or loathe them, sports games are key to most platforms. There is nothing better than scoring a late winner in PES or FIFA and maybe gloating in front of your opponent. However, on all the cloud platforms there is a definite lack of all the big hitters. FIFA, Madden are under the infamous coming soon bracket. Sports games, while not everybody's cup of tea, are part of many people's gaming diet. Sitting back playing Master League and PES and bringing back the mighty Liverpool back to the Premier League is now a yearly occupation for me. Then swapping it out to play some NHL and do some nice clean open ice hits on players I don't have a fondness for. I'm looking at you there, Riley. How could you leave the Giants and go to the Devils? Big Curtis Leonard does the big hit and wrecks one past Ben Bowes nets. This may or not happened a number of times in NHL over the last couple of years for me. Sports games drive emotion. For a lot of people, they're one of the few games they buy each year at launch. They are yearly titles and they just go out from date so quick. Coming late onto a platform is nearly sending them to die on that platform. While some games you can wait on, sports games need day and date releases. I hope in 2021 this will become the start of it and all cloud gaming platforms get sports games day and date. The leading search company in Google does not have a search bar on Stadia. GeForce Now is a little obtuse to get going. Luna is still in beta and is missing several key features. We need to start a tally chart here for the next thing I'm going to mention. OnLive, despite being over 10 years old and no longer with us, looks more futuristic and more forward thinking than the current cloud gaming companies. The big positive for cloud gaming, as we know, it is constantly improving, and the last year we have seen big improvements on all platforms. However, we have unlimited compute and the UI is something of generations past. There is just so much potential to become really groundbreaking with just the UI. Just looking back at OnLive, watching people play and jumping in and playing with them within the OnLive UI and not having to worry about Twitch or YouTube. Cloud gaming has real potential here to lead in this regard, and at the moment they're behind nearly everybody. We have glimpsed something on Luna which can be expanded on. Watching live streams of people while viewing the games, there's just so much potential here to be revolutionary that I'm eager just to see what all the big gaming companies can do here. One massive publisher who hasn't even come to the cloud party this year is Activision Blizzard. They control a number of big franchises including Call of Duty, World of Warcraft and Crash Bandicoot. Hello to everybody who gets a little excited over Crash. The elephant in the room, of course, is Call of Duty in its two flavours, in the annual series and in Warzone. Call of Duty would be the perfect game for cloud gaming, the notorious big updates which end up in tens of gigabytes in size. With cloud gaming you don't have to worry about those updates as they're all done for you. It always comes back to content. If Activision puts their content onto cloud gaming platforms, it will give them a major shot into the arm for all the platforms. Along with Call of Duty, there is also World of Warcraft. With the recently added controller support, the time is ripe to bring it into more platforms outside the PC. So let's hope this happens so we can utter the immortal lines, Leroy Jenkins! We know that Luna will have an exclusive in 2021 as it's leaked by accident, or was it accidentally on purpose? With Stadia, we haven't heard anything about the first party yet, but we have seen some signs on that front with the second party showing. With Outcasters, I think the game is absolutely... And that's what I've got to say about Outcasters. Anyways, Exclusive games are key to most platforms going forward. Usually with exclusives you showcase the strengths of each platform. With cloud platforms there's no upper limit and there's lots of unique features they could bring into the mix. This is where the real excitement should be going forward. Games developed just for cloud platforms could be breathtaking. Should I actually mention that word? Because of Cyberpunk? Okay, we'll skip that bit. Or revolutionary. That's a better word to use. Amazon's first exclusive for Luna will also be on PC in New World. This is similar to what happens with Xbox. Stadia's job listings for their first party studios as well seem to indicate that they'll go down the RPG and service game route as well. Cloud is in the perfect space to take advantage of these games as they are usually rather large and they're constantly updating and need lots of downloads, which of course you don't have to worry about in the cloud. So what I'm hoping to see in 2021 is just some indication of how the first party content is coming to each of the main platforms. This was a rather easy pick and frankly rather obvious as well, but it does need to be said. More countries means more users. More users means that there are more people playing. More people playing means there are more people in the multiplayer lobbies. More people playing means that platforms become more attractive to more developers. Basically, the circle of life for getting games onto the platform. It is basically chicken and egg. I will also open up a new tack somewhat. I'm actually really excited in new people coming to the platform, but what I'm more excited about is the new content this could bring in. For the first time in the history of gaming, people will have access to AAA games from a low-powered device. This means countries which haven't had real exposures to the big games will get it. This is truly exciting. When you factor in content like Creator, which puts game development with no cost in the hands of people from these markets, this just gets me excited with the possibilities. What we are talking about is getting new gaming experiences from countries around the world who haven't really made games before, getting exposed to new ideas and new stories, truly making gaming for the masses. This is so exciting. This is something so simple, but it still needs implemented. To borrow an expression and reword it slightly from Forrest Gump, cloud gaming is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. From one week to the next, you just do not know what will happen, and in this current climate, this isn't a good spot to be in. While we don't expect to know all the inner workings of everything the companies are doing, a little noticing things would be great. Games coming to the platforms, games leaving the platforms are all things they can control. We have had incidences this year where we knew games were told that they were coming soon and then actually just released a few days after being told they were coming soon. With the current situation worldwide and with it likely to continue well into 2021, a little warning of when and what will come is useful, and it helps us actually just plan, as there's only a certain amount of funds people have to buy games. For features and other things, I would just want a rough timescale. Direct streaming is planned for Q2. These small things help people relax and know that there's a rough timescale of things. However, for this, the main point is actually just the games. We just need a timetable and pre-orders. If you can pre-order it for Stadia and GeForce Now, and also for just a monthly heads up on what is coming. Power of the cloud. Xbox issued these fateful words many years ago, and now we're just starting to see it. No downloads, no updates. These are the ones every day, but we're still waiting for the real wow moment. We've had some hints of things this year with crowd choice features in both YouTube and Twitch. We've also had Stream Connect, which allows you to view your teammates' screens, but we haven't had a game that truly pushes the boundaries of the cloud. The real game changer for cloud will be games built from the ground up to take advantage of the technology, or games fundamentally changed to take advantage of these. Sammy, get the tally chart ready because I know you love doing charts. For me, the perfect game to showcase this is Slay the Spire. By adding in state share and crowd choice, this game can change that it becomes a truly social game. Play along with your favourite streamer, do better than they do, challenge them to a scenario you have created. Or you could be good and evil with crowd choice and choose their cards. These are the things which can change games and make them cloud-only experiences. We know that true state share is coming with Hitman 3, and it will be very interesting to see where this takes us going forward. This is the true potential of the cloud, and we know that both Google and Amazon are developing similar tools in their arsenal to change games for the cloud space. On a side note to this, we have become a little blasé to a lot of the cloud-only things as they're just expected now. So this is just going to be really interesting to see how this year unfolds. So there it is, folks. This is my top 7 things I want to see in 2021. And believe it or not, I haven't even mentioned hardware upgrades. So what are your top 7 things? Just comment below and we will see you next time, Cloudy Crew.